Yeah.
Joe's in the building.
We in the building.
Dell's in the building.
Dell's in the building.
We in the building, you see me?
There you go. I need something to hold this thing, man. We out here doing it Hully Gully style, baby. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
K-Storm Radio, you see me?
He is crazy. That's what he says too all the time. You see me? Dell, I think you in there though.
I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, you in there. You in there.
I got all this black on too.
wait,
So
push this
I like this mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
He about to spend some bars with it, man. Yeah.
We're in the building. You already know what it is, man. James Pozew's in the building, the Pozew podcast. I got Joe in the building. I got Dell
Dell in the building.
in the building.
We in the
You know what I mean?
building.
It's a little loud in here.
Right.
I'm hearing echoes.
Right. We turned up, though.
Definitely turned up.
Cheers, my guy.
Cheers. So shit, what I do with my
Cheers,
cup?
my guy.
What I do with my cup?
Producer, I can't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What I do? I might need another cup.
Ah, there you go.
I don't even drink like that, but
What you do
it's
with
a
your beer?
special occasion.
So,
Where your beer at?
what's going on, guys?
Where's it? Where I put it?
It's been a minute though.
Oh, yeah, man. It's been a minute, man.
It's been
Damn, where you been at, man? Damn, bro.
Good
I'm
to
so
be
glad
back.
to see you, my guy.
Dell
Thank you,
too. It's been a
appreciate you,
while
man.
since I've seen
It has
Dell,
been a
though.
while.
Yeah.
It has been a while, man.
Joe, when was the last time I saw you?
Bro, it's been a grip.
Yeah.
Like Brockton. That was Brockton.
Yeah,
sometime,
Brockton.
man.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was
That
like
was
a couple
before you
years
there.
ago,
Yeah.
right?
Never made it
Yeah,
out there.
probably 2-3 years.
Oh, we out here in the trenches now.
But I'm keeping tab though.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
You
I
out here.
kept tab on there.
You out here.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
I see you doing your videos and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
You out
Nah,
there in
yeah,
NY.
Yeah, man. Just
Gaga
been
head.
traveling, moving. Hey, yo, did y'all see that trap? So my homie Eve Vaughn, she had trap burlesque. It had the chicks. Yo, bro.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
Oh, yeah,
I've
that's
seen that.
I was excited.
Most definitely. See, that's another thing.
Next year,
Listen,
I missed it though. I didn't know about
I'm
it.
calling
Listen.
you next year.
Alright, I
We
didn't know
going
about
to
it.
Call
that,
me too.
bro.
Call me too, man.
I got you,
Yo.
bro.
I didn't know
Yo.
about it. I saw like little clips that people was just putting up.
I'm
Matter of
from-
fact,
Bro.
Bella was putting up some stuff.
They had the strippers.
I was like, yo,
they had the poles.
Okay.
Dude, they had performers, and then they had the bed, and Eve
Wait a
was
minute, I
dancing
didn't see that
exotic.
part.
Yo, bro,
I saw
it was so
yeah.
lit, a whole different
There was
vibe.
topless thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know there was an ass right in front of me like that shit. If y'all look at the ending of that video, y'all see this nice plump ass just moving like. I was like,
Yam.
Church folks,
Nothing but
don't-
yams.
yeah, right.
Church folks, don't be listening to this right now.
I know this is rated R. This
I got,
is rated R.
I got
That's
this
right.
from that big dude that be doing commercial with Blue Chew.
Oh,
You know he got like his own little thing on the internet. He has like his own
Drew?
web series.
You
You
talking
know
about Drew?
the big guy, bald headed big guy. He does little clips on Facebook. You see sometimes, but he does commercial for Blue Chew.
Oh, what?
Big dude. I think he's from
Where's he from?
I think he's from ATL. I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah.
Mm.
He got this this web series. It's pretty good though. It's pretty about him smashing like girls that's like how you call them again?
What, like strippers?
No, not Butch, but the other one.
Oh, none
No,
of tranny.
No.
How about that?
No, man.
Right.
What other one is it?
No. I mean the girls that how you Jesus.
Like the Butch. It is
Yeah,
the Butch.
it's Butch, but there's another name for it though.
I'm trying to think.
Man, I don't know nothing about
I don't
this thing,
know,
but I'm
man.
just saying.
Yeah.
So it's funny though. It's a funny show. But
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Butch
Butchers be getting that blue moon thing too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Positive.
No doubt.
Yo, bro.
They be on the low doing it. To
Yo.
acting like they don't like men.
Yo, that's a fact.
I
That's
know
a
about that.
fact, man. So
I
there was
know
this.
about that.
So there was a video too. There was a video out, right? And homegirl, right? She's like a butcher, right? And so homeboy smashed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up telling his mans, you know what I'm saying? So she's on the court playing basketball with him, And he was like, yo, he was doing defense, and he was like, yo, I know my man smashed it. He said, that's that wedding. so now she's tight. She get back with him, like, you know what I'm saying, they're back at the crib, and she's like, yo, why you telling everybody? Man, tight. He was like, but yo, you still gonna let me get it though, right? She was like, yeah, but that's not the She said, yeah, but that's not the point. You know they out here. You know they out here.
We see you.
Yeah, we see you.
It's all good though.
It's all good. I ain't mad.
It's all good.
I ain't mad.
So, Dale, what's good, man?
What's good?
How you been, man?
I've been good, man.
I've been watching you on that IG thing. You know, you mostly concentrate more on like promoting like the 90s sessions, the 80s session, like the old school joints, because your page is full of it.
Yeah.
Full of this like the
right.
like the classics and all that good.
Why
are you so, you know, you feel like you want to keep it alive or something?
I want to keep, that's the heart of it. That's the heart of it. No, you know what I mean? No disrespect to the new stuff, because there's a lot of people bringing it with the new stuff, but you got to go back to the essence. You got to go back to the essence.
Somebody got to keep the history.
That's right. You got to keep it.
You can turn it all the way off because the feedback is crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm back I turn it all the way up, not because it's gonna hit the speaker.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's why I'm trying to keep it like.
No, I'm talking about hit it down, not up.
Oh no, that's what I'm doing.
All right, cool.
You know.
Good.
So, yeah. So it's, I'm basically not trying to bring it back, but I'm just letting people know like what it is, because a lot of young people that don't look, at the history of where it all started, and they try to be. Some of them are disrespectful, but that's another story. But yeah, so I love that. I love music, period. But it's something about that time. You know what I mean?
Put his mic down a little bit, because his mic is too much static.
And I think too, like
something about that.
Even I don't know if you know Pozew.
Right.
Pozew, he do the hip hop archives. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things he do is like he tries to keep the history.
We talking about the bean right here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So Pozew, he actually works at the UMass Boston, and so they got the hip hop archives where they had artists from all generations actually give a piece of their project so that they can digitalize it and make it a part of history, so that years from now they'll get to see. You know what I'm saying? Those artists from now.
Yeah.
And then even those he digitalized a lot of history things like from before, like LOGs and those who came up, in hip hop at the beginning and brought up and even New Edition. And you know what I'm saying? Like even though not New Edition, but Bell Biv DeVoe. You know what I mean? Because they had like hip hop songs and stuff like that. So I think given the history is important too, man. You gotta still have that balance though, man, and be open to new generation and what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? But you also gotta keep that history alive too.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
That's what
Commend you, my guy.
So I know. You're doing a lot of stuff right now. Like as far as like, I see you restarting your to do your stuff. Like, as far as like the music and all that. You took a break, right?
Yeah. I took. Truthfully, I ain't gonna lie. I quit.
You took a
I was done. Why? I was like, man, I'm done with this, man.
Yeah.
Because life, a lot of things going on with life too, man, and I want to, you know what I'm saying, like, just kind of concentrate and getting life together too, man. And I felt like, at that particular time, man, I was doing like a lot of the, I did all the shows and all these different things.
You did the web series thing too, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, Around My Way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was on the web series. So
seen you on that.
At that particular time, man, I was like, man, like I want to tap out because. I had put together a team, Aftermath Movement. I had put together a team called BYTC and Backyard the Coalition, and we was moving, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things was going on, but one thing I noticed is that, and nothing against them, you know what I'm saying? Y'all still my dogs, but I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? This game ain't, like we said, for the faint-hearted, man. And you gotta have a certain drive. Yeah, you gotta have a certain drive. And you can't depend on people to do things or have expectations.
I have the same passion that you have.
Yes. Because
you get disappointed.
if we in a team, everybody has that same passion, we crush it. But if you depended on one person to make everything happen, then you put in that burden and weight on it, and it just holds things down rather than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after that just fell off, man, I was like, man, I'm done. But rest in peace to my man. And I don't know if y'all know him, but y'all probably do. His name is Wes Williams.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he had went by Chico Cash.
Yeah.
He had Camp 9 Films. He was doing movies and all that with Tally, all them Angel. You remember Angel?
Yeah.
And all it was all in the movies. And so he got me back into music recording. And I used to go to Providence, you know, and record all the time with him, and then started working on this project that I've been promoting for about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he passed away in 2023.
Yeah, okay.
You know, caught a seizure, and it made me realize, because he was young, bro. He was at that time. Bro, he was like 36. And he was having a lot of seizures at that time. His girl came into the house. He was sleeping in the bed at the time, and she thought that he was sleeping. So she went and cooked or whatever, did her day in the house, and came at night to the bed to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
That's when she. Oh
wow, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
And you know, when she went to like hug him, felt it was cold, and she was like, you know, trying to wake him up and wait. So you know, which is, you know, and I big her up because she's so strong of a woman to, you know what I'm saying, go through that. It's hard to go through something like that and then move on with your life too, man, because you know you still here on earth and have to live, and sometimes you can hold that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
but
tough, man.
Because she's still carrying on, man, and being strong and moving forward. But I'm keeping that flame going for Chico Cash.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Big up, yo. What's going on with your album, though? What's up with that, yo? Because I know I see you put out a single.
Yeah. So I got an album called Coming Out. It's 15 tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? And I put that out as a sampler to kind of reintroduce myself into the game and let people know, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So the single On the Buck, which was a girl single, went really, really well. Working with the heavyweights, DJ Fleet, Fleet DJs. Okay. I got it to hit the charts, you know what I'm saying? So we had the urban charts and we had the mix show charts, and we reached number 4 on that on the Buck, and then I dropped We Up. You know what I'm saying? Which is a single with me and Amaryllis Belladonna, aka Pretty Poison.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? And that one actually hit the charts also with that, and that one went up to number 6. You know, in the mix show charts. So it's been a blessing, man. And right now, after all the experience I've been through and the things I've been through, for me, it was important now to do things calculated and in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And kind of skipping, wean the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's a lot of stuff, you know, like it's a lot of stuff you gotta ignore and kind of like push to the side and all that good stuff. But how is that going though? Like as far as like, because you know it's a lot of people trying to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not for everybody though. It's for the strong.
I get it, but it's still there's a lot of people that, you know, that's maybe that doesn't, you know, deserve to be in the game. I wouldn't say deserve, but it's not quite ready for the game.
Right.
But they're still in there. They, you know, they're doing their thing. So it's the sheer numbers of people trying to do this, and the small amount that kind of like get through that crack. It's tough.
And truthfully, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Why you think it's we not, you know?
Well, first I would say, for me right now, man, it's pure love and passion of it while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So no matter where this take me, it's all a beautiful journey.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also like to say, you know what I'm saying, Boston right now is in the best time it's ever been.
Absolutely.
That is true.
That's real true.
There's
That's
way
really true.
more collabs. There's a lot of people coming out.
A lot of artists who
Big
are
up to
doing
all of them.
big things in things that we haven't seen done in our city and so in the longest
right.
So we have like Exit Fame.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
shout out
saying?
Exit Fame.
And he's moving, doing this, doing this thing. We have Millie's,
Big up.
you know what I'm saying, who's been
Millie's.
pushing.
Yeah.
And then even like I know this goes like he's like a C, maybe B artist.
You gotta
and
put
he's not from Boston.
You got to put yourself on that list.
But he's
too,
on
man.
Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say this though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have the Joiners. You know what I'm saying? The Joiner Lucas and stuff like that. But then you could go into now, a lot of artists who now are like pushing through that threshold.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming right behind them.
Right behind them. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like this is the time.
We're about to pop the top off.
We're about to pop the top off.
To tell you the truth, it's been a long time since we've had like at least 2, 3, 4 artists from the city, just kind of like breaking through or whatnot. So I do feel like this is the time for a lot of them to take advantage of this situation right now, and kind of push through and whatnot.
For real, grab one, grab the other. You see it going on too, man.
And I'm glad you said that too, because one of the most important things is your network and you're building relationships. Because I noticed, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things that kept me in the same circle I was always in is always just dealing with the same people and never trying to journey outside, you know what I'm saying, of what I knew, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when I started going to other cities and connecting with other people, you start to, I don't know what it is, you start to connect, the right people start to come towards you when you're working hard and focus on what you're doing.
That is true. You gotta build it and they'll come.
You gotta build it and they'll come.
Yeah, that phrase is so true though. Like I used to think about, what are you talking about? Build it and they'll come. Until I started doing radio and whatnot, and I noticed things just was coming to me. Like I wasn't even trying that hard anymore. Right. After a while, you don't even have to try that hard. It just comes to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I still get the bullshit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I know how to weed that.
There's no way to avoid that.
There's no way to avoid that. There's no way to avoid that. But I know how to wean it and ask certain questions and observe certain things. You know what I mean? And do my research and just making sure that I'm in the right places and around the right people who I can help elevate and they can help elevate me.
You know what I'm loving too?
I want that win-win situation.
I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm loving too? I think this is like in a long time that the being so kind of like peaceful.
Yeah.
You're kind of. I
mean, things still going on underneath. You know what I mean? There's still things going on because I see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cats got issues with each other. They put it up there, whatnot or whatever. But nothing too major. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy.
Well, they said Mattapan had the lowest murders it ever had.
You can see it. You can feel it. This is the first. I think this is
good
the last two. I'll say the last 2-3 years. This is the most peaceful the bean has ever been.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Compared to what you usually see.
Every day.
We always do it.
Let me tell you what.
We always do it.
Let me tell you too, though, right? Because right now, Bean is like.
I think they're hungry to be recognized.
No, it's like gentrified, right?
Yeah.
So
it is true. That's
right
true.
now, like Boston has changed. A lot of people took their Section 8. They took their Section 8 and went to Lynn and New Bedford and Fall River and you know what I'm saying? So now and Brockton and
Guinness.
So now that's the hood over there, bro. Like now you seeing a lot of Boston people.
Yeah, you gave me an empty bottle, man.
That's empty.
Dale gave me an empty bottle. Yo, I think I'm gonna fire Dale, man.
Here we go.
And the keys, man.
I got it. Come on, Dale. Come
Come back.
Am I hired again, man? You got
Listen,
two bottles, man.
I only gave him one.
See what happens when they give me something to drink? I told them I don't drink like that. Look at that.
One beer. Dell is killing me here, man. One beer. We gotta watch him.
Guys, cracking.
Don't give us no liquor, boy. That.
Yeah,
Blame it on the liquor.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Blame it on
My fault.
the alcohol.
I couldn't let this one slide. Go ahead.
Yo, toast.
That's my dog, though, but I have to call
Let
him
that
out.
one go.
That's my dog, but I have to call him out real quick. Yeah, I know what the hell.
all love, man.
Y'all
It's
got
all
me an
love,
empty
man.
bottle, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
We ain't serious in
Find
here
out
like,
the
oh,
bloopers.
don't say that.
You're gonna find a blooper section.
Nah,
We gotta have jokes, man.
Everything
We
goes.
gotta have jokes.
Honey Gully, baby, we having fun.
We gotta have fun, man.
We having fun. Honey Gully.
Yo, but no bull though,
Yeah.
right? When you think about it, like a lot of people took their Section 8 and all that. Now
They kinda
just remember.
They kind of move their way down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
right,
go
right.
down Fall River, all
Yeah.
that. So when you look at it,
Yeah, Fall River
you
got
see,
facts on it.
yo, bro, you see Fall Rivers.
I went through Fall River. What the hell?
Bro, all the hoods over there now.
That's crazy.
Hood over there now.
Everybody's
And we
over there.
still active. Don't get it wrong.
No,
like it's still
but
happening.
we
there.
more about business
Like
now.
you know, exactly. Like
Yeah, we more about
them,
business.
like them youngins is still. Cause there's indictments and
Them
still
YNs.
still
You know that's
indictments and
still-
all that going on. But the fact is that
It's
Boston
way more
ain't,
calm. It's way
yeah,
more
not
calm.
like what it used to.
They're way more calm. We kind of cooling right now. We trying to figure it out. I think they finally got serious with the yo. We need way more people to come out of here, come out of Beantown and
It's
to
time,
do their
man.
thing. It's time.
It's time,
Because we
bro.
waited a long time. I mean, we've gotten people here and there, but nothing like a mass movement that situation.
Mass movement.
Notice how he threw that in
Mass
there?
movement. I like that plug. I like that plug. Exhibit.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
P
It is
probably
what it is.
smiling right now, like.
I know. Yeah, she's
That's
that's my girl, man. That's my girl. She cool as hell.
You already
That's my
know.
baby.
All love.
Yo, so Dale, man, what you
what's
been
up?
doing lately, man? What's been going on?
Yeah,
I mean, you kind of you haven't been dealing with the music, the whole music thing.
Yeah,
for a while,
I've been taking a little break from the music, but
Mhm.
I'm slowly trying to come back.
though.
You know, with the right team, passion. with
What you trying to
people
do?
Trying to
What
bring
you trying to do?
bring a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of R&B. I sing a little bit too.
Okay.
You know.
I didn't know
What?
Yeah, you did. Okay, man. So
I
Get
didn't
out
know
of
that.
here.
I swear to God, I didn't
What?
know all these years. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
You know him Styles, right?
He said that.
We got a song called He Said, She Said. We put that out.
Yeah, I know. Big up to M Style, man.
We put, big up
Oh,
to him
Styles.
Styles, man. So,
Wait, y'all did a
And then I
song
put
together
some-
and you were singing?
yeah.
I gotta hear that song, man. I gotta hear that.
And listen,
Yeah, I gotta
I'm
hear
not,
that.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not no Luther, nothing like
Yo,
that.
don't
You know what I'm
forget.
saying? I do
We
my
need to
thing,
hear
though.
that.
I do my
Tap in,
thing, though.
Yeah,
I do
we
my
definitely need
thing.
to hear that.
Tell him
You
send
know?
that to us.
Definitely need to
And
hear
the
that.
thing is, man, I've been doing music. It's just people haven't been. My music is available everywhere, man. Go on Spotify and all other digital platforms.
Yeah, put it in the cup.
I've been focusing on.
We're not trying to advertise for these
Okay,
people.
okay.
They're not
Give me the cup.
paying
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
you know what I mean? They're not
They
paying
are.
me, so.
Yo, Slim, getting
Until-
all on my case.
Until they start paying me, you know what I mean? Until they start paying me,
All right.
you know
But
what I mean?
Right, man. We're going to need it.
Watch out now. But we're building though, we're
Oh,
building.
yeah.
I
Oh,
got
send the biz. You can send the biz. You don't got to be.
I got the podcast thing going on too, similar to, you know, but we trying to make that official too, like, you know.
What's the name of your podcast?
But the name of my podcast is the new DLC Show.
Okay.
So it's available on Spotify. I first started off doing it on Spotify first, you know, because but it's
remember
more
that.
like you're talking on the phone, more or less like that. Before I started to get into doing the live, because everybody's like, I basically wanted to be seen. So first it was like, yeah, I could do it like that, or I can do it on the phone. So
Right.
most of my interviews are on Spotify because of that reason. I did a lot of interviews with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I did one with Dro, but that one was a live.
Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what
that
I
was
mean?
live.
That was a live.
Yeah.
That was a dope show, though.
So, yeah, you know, I've been doing that for a while too.
Yeah,
That's what a
yeah.
lot of people
No, you
don't
good
know.
with that.
I
you
I appreciate that. I power 98.9 FM with DeMarco.
Okay.
I was with this guy first,
Mm-hmm.
and he started getting me into that. You know, and at the same time I was
You
doing
did a
that.
little bit of radio.
Yeah, I did a
Yeah,
little bit of
remember, yeah,
radio,
I had that
online
clip
radio.
with Marco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're doing
remember that.
online radio. So I got into that. First, it was just like, what is this, man? I just want to do my music, man. But I started playing my own music on the show, too, while I was doing the interview, bringing in other people, too. Like, yeah, we interviewed a lot of people,
That's
man.
smart, though. That's smart.
Yeah.
Kind of put your own music on.
So I'm
your-
still, yeah.
Yeah, it's smart. No, go ahead. Do
So,
what you
what do
saying.
you think about the state of hip hop right now? The whole situation that's going on right now with all these people. You know, I like to talk about it because it's out there and it's growing a little bit more, and it's too many shit is happening right now. Like all this indictment and all these people are just. Like people, you think people are just talking too much, or just like they need to kind of like stay off the internet and stop talking about the stuff that goes on around in the community? Because a lot of them, at the end of the day, ended up losing basically.
Bro, like, I
Because
ain't gonna lie,
a lot
bro.
of talking is getting these
new
guys in trouble.
New generation is different because, you know what I'm saying?
Back in the days, we do
Well,
things nobody would know.
That's what I'm saying. And right now we got the whole social media.
Right.
Everybody want clickbaits. Everybody want to be popular. Right now, the shooter is more popular than the hustler. When we was growing up,
Right.
it was the
It
hustler.
was you didn't even know who the shooter was.
Yeah.
The dude who was making money, those are the ones you looked up to, and the shooters was the crash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No boys,
And I'm not
they're
saying-
still the crash dummy.
I won't say
Think
all
about
the
it.
time, nigga, to crash, because
No.
sometimes you have to crash or you in the streets.
I get it.
But this is the thing, though.
Right.
You know, the streets had, and nothing against bangers and all that, but you had your hustlers, you had those who banged,
You had the pimp,
you had
you know,
those who,
a little bit
you
of
know what I'm
everything.
saying, just smoked and chilled with the hustlers
Yeah.
and back. It was like everybody was more in
We knew
their,
who was who.
in their
In the
lane.
lane, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now it's
But-
all mixed up. We
But
don't know
now,
who's who.
now everybody want to be like the younger generation. They feel like they gotta shoot something and kill something so that they can show that they
Right.
real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you ain't even beefing over nothing real. Like
Stupid stuff.
this dude just said, "Oh, on a comment,
I
you
don't
want
like your
slide." And so now, you about to come through
Right.
and slide to
Yeah.
show that you slide.
Yeah, man.
You waste your life
And
over
then,
nothing.
while you doing all that, they got the live on, right? I'm at such and such party. You showing
I've
people where
seen
you
it.
located at, and they coming there, and that's it.
I'm seeing
They're
it.
taking your
I've
life,
seen
man.
it. You know how many? You know how many people right now getting indicted, getting RICO kids over just talking,
Yeah. Shut up.
talking.
Too
Even
much
that whole-
talking, man.
That whole
Too
Whack
much
100
talking, man.
and Brick Baby.
Oh,
they,
man.
They do a
That
podcast.
is crazy.
They do a podcast. And for years I listened to it because Adam
Right,
22,
right. Adam
truthfully,
22. Yeah.
when I think about him, he's like a Vlad. This
He
is what I
is.
say.
He is.
He's not
He is.
exactly like Vlad Gannon, but he's like a Vlad
Yeah, he is.
because first of all, he make crews crash on each other.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
Because
do.
you make this member come.
Yep.
He come. He saying that
I'll
everybody
agree
watching.
with you. I'll agree
Yeah.
Then
with
you
you.
have
Yeah.
his up. You have his
Yeah.
up
on there.
Come on
in.
there.
He's speaking on it.
Yeah.
Listen, Joe.
Yeah,
I agree
behind
with
the
you.
scenes-
I agree with you to a
Behind the
point.
scenes, it's like
I'll agree with you to a point. But
Okay.
you gotta remember, you're dealing with grown adults here. Nobody's making you say anything.
Right.
yeah.
It's
But,
just, he just said.
Nobody's making you
Yeah,
say
but when
anything,
you
son.
know-
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you know. But let me
But
tell
you
you.
know-
Let's take you for example.
no,
you know
no,
better
no,
than
bro.
come here.
If
and
you
just
know
not say
somebody,
certain things.
if you know somebody is you're right. But if you know somebody is trying to be popular, we in these
Right.
days where people's trying to have 1 million views
Yeah.
so they can get a $2,200
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, yo, this dude would now say and do anything.
There's a lot of capping. There's a lot of capping, man.
And a lot of. You know, I'm glad
There
you
is
said
a lot
that.
of capping.
I'm glad you
There's
said
a
that.
lot of it.
Yo,
There's a lot of it.
Del just
But
said
that's what gets him in trouble in the first
Del
place.
just said something that's
Because
crazy.
they're exaggerating stuff.
You know what's Del just said something that's crazy, right? Because that's the next thing. Adam 22, he be having like those lower tier people.
Yeah.
Like, these are artists and then they who ain't like they're affiliated, but most of them are getting extorted to say that they're part of this crew.
But that's what I'm talking
So
about.
now-
You're a grown ass
so
man,
now
though. Like nobody's
the
making you
person-
say those things.
the
You
person-
could just be like, nah, I ain't
Here's
talking
a-
about that. I
The
don't
here's a
care
person
about
who
that.
says that now,
Right.
in the back and in the streets now, all this
Right.
activity is happening now.
You know who's a good example?
A lot of this beef
Orlando-
starts over people just
Right.
talking.
I mean,
Orlando Anderson's uncle is a good example of that. The
Keefy
man,
D, like,
Keefy
he
D, talked his way into jail. Thank you.
I was watching the whole thing. I was like, yo, I can't believe
telling
this.
everything, man. Because this social media, man.
I'm like, I
You're
can't
supposed to be an
believe
OG,
this.
man. What
yeah,
you
but
doing?
he's an older dude. That's what
He
I'm
should be
saying.
no better than
Like,
that.
why are you talking?
That's almost like you said, though, Slim, right? Because
I
nobody
don't
made him do
understand
that.
this.
He's doing this himself. And now you like, oh, I didn't do it. But you keep telling on yourself.
But I
You keep
wonder.
telling on yourself.
I've seen
I don't
them.
know
I've
if
seen them
the
do
Keefy
it like
do
they'll
that
sit
for
there.
real, though?
Yes, he was talking
He was
too
saying
much.
he did.
No, he
Like,
did say,
the
but
the
did he
more.
really
Like,
do it?
but the thing is that he was talking like he was giving clues
Right.
and whatever. And then when you piece everything together from all these different interviews, you're
Right.
like, hold up. What are you saying, dude? Like,
Right.
hold up. I thought you said this. Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't say this. Oh, you
exactly.
said. Oh, you were there. Oh,
You were
okay.
there.
And then that's what it is. That's how they got him.
Yeah.
Like, dog, why are you talking?
He's the
son?
only
Like,
one
why
they
you
can
talking?
get too, because everybody else is dead. He said, remember
Yeah,
that guy they
yeah,
said
they
they
are.
had a big black arm that pulled out?
Orlando. or
It was
something.
him. It was Orlando. They're saying he didn't pull that trigger though. It was the other dude. I can't
So
think of
he
his
said
name.
he said the same thing
Supposedly-
too, but you know, hey, the feds has been watching.
They're like,
you don't
get 'em.
think the feds is watching? The feds
Oh,
watching.
yeah, they
of
are.
course, of course.
Yeah, they got back
Of course.
pages, all that.
They got the.
I
They got
understand.
pages. They
I
got
understand how
pages
they
and all
shot
that.
him
So
with.
how we know all this, but yet we still going out there and crashing out like that?
Exactly.
Like I don't get it. Like what
I
happened to
don't
our
get it either.
community, son? Like back
I
in the
don't know.
days, yo, like stories. There's stories back in the days, like stuff we went through, we did or whatnot or
Right.
whatever. We saved those stories for our grandkids, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people would never know if you
No.
weren't there back in the day. If you weren't there, you would know about it.
Yeah, but you got, but like I said, bro, you got kids who like what's
Yeah.
Gilly's son.
Gilly's son, yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
That
Like
was
he
tragic. tragic.
he's a person in.
right.
He was doing streets, right? He
Yeah,
was
he
in the
was.
streets, going to Philly, being in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But you really didn't have to,
no.
because Gilly.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that
Gilly,
don't need to be out.
Gilly is.
There's no point.
His
in being out
father
there.
was trying to keep him out of that.
You know what it is, Joe? It's almost
And
like
you
you
had the
said.
money.
He
Being
wants
with,
to prove himself.
You know, and now you wanna show people.
there you go. Right
You know what I'm
there.
saying, that you about that life or
Right.
whatever. Like that's just too publicized now. It's like, bro, I want to get out the hood,
Exactly. Right.
bro.
Why you
I want to
going?
get out the hood, bro.
I come through every once in a while, but you know, I don't see me. all
I've lived
day, every
here
day.
all my life,
Right.
literally
Right.
all my
Right,
life,
right.
in the hood, bro. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to
Nothing
get out of here and
glorify
not
about
come
that,
back.
man.
Not come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I tell the young generation, man. I be like, yo, man, listen, man. The
They're
street
not gonna
life.
listen.
No, they ain't gonna listen.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
They're not gonna listen.
when you get in jail, this is the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of them be acting tough.
Right.
Right.
Reality kicks in,
Bro,
man, when they
I've
behind
seen
that.
in jail people in the fetal position. You just came in a bed crying there at night, dog. And then the next morning that cell
Yeah,
open
yeah.
and you trying to, you know what I mean? Like I've seen the role play, bro. When you facing, because like when I think about it, man, who's going to do 30, yeah, it's for me.
That's
Right.
No, really.
That's
That's
Really, dog.
That's why
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's why I don't be
there's
mad
only
at
one-
That's why I don't be mad at Charleston
may
White
be
sometimes. I don't be mad.
Like
He's
1%
right.
of a real.
Right.
I don't know if we can with a
Go right ahead.
real nigga on here
Right.
who's gonna keep it 100 with you and whatever the
Yeah.
repercussions is, handle that. You know, deal with that. Most I seen in jail. They all flooded with rats. I'm talking about dudes who will kill you and are rats. And people don't want to confront them because they scared to blow their head off.
They killers too.
And they rats.
Right.
But
So listen, that game is a whole facade. Get your money, man. Think about your future and your family.
That's
and your,
it. Yeah, get that money and do your thing, man.
Because
Like Charleston White said, snitch. Go ahead and tell.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I don't know. I
he
ain't
said
gonna-
tell.
I ain't gonna condone all that. But what I will say this. What I will say this is if you're a civilian, right? No, this is real.
I know some people
This
like,
is real. Let me be keep it real.
Good.
Yeah.
If you keep yourself out of that life, you're a civilian. You're a regular person. You
That's
have
it.
nothing to do with street life. So if I came and my neighbor seen me blow somebody's head off in front of somebody
They have
in their
the right
house,
to say something.
what they gonna do?
They're civilians, man.
Civilians gonna go call police. I'm gonna just be serious with you. Now, me, because of being conditioned, and this is stupid of me, and I'm trying to break a lot of this stuff too, man, because you can still be older and still be holding on.
So, yeah, you have to fight. Sometimes you have to fight.
It's a
hard.
fight,
It's a
bro.
fight. You gotta be like,
Yeah, even
No,
though
it
I'm no
is.
longer in the life, I
Alright.
still fight
Alright.
certain conditions
oh,
of it.
believe
You know
me,
what I mean?
know.
It takes a while, man. It takes
Yes.
a while.
So
You gotta be like,
leave that shit alone,
alright,
bro.
man, you got that.
There's cameras
You know what I mean?
everywhere. There's people talking everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know.
If there's one person around, you done. They're gonna tell.
This is alleged. I don't know what happened with the Dirk and all that, but like people use credit cards and purchase certain things. Like, bro, if you're not really thinking about all the angles and all that, like sometimes you just be hood and just do things and not really think about everything properly.
Consequences. Man.
And then you be like, here, why they got caught? Like, oh, he paid for the rental and the company car.
Yeah, right.
The corporate card they paid for the rental and they did the shooting. I mean, it's allegedly. But I'm saying,
let's
though,
just say there's not too many bright ones out there. But
That's
it
what I'm
is
saying,
what
bro.
it is.
Like-
We're not gonna talk too much about that. But let's talk about the Shannon Sharp situation. What is going on with that, man? Yeah, have you been paying attention to that?
Yeah, I have a little bit.
This is crazy. But the thing is,
The allegations
What
on
I
him
yes,
with the
what
girl.
I don't
Okay,
what I
okay,
don't
okay.
understand, what I don't understand that baffle my mind,
Yeah.
and it's been like that for a long time. It's like you're a multimillionaire. What are you doing? Messing around with these type of chicks when the whole world is is in your hands. Like you can travel, you can go see exotic banging chicks from other countries. You could do whatever.
Right.
You could talk to regular chick that's a
I don't
lawyer, a doctor,
I don't understand
or somebody.
it.
Why do these cats keep going after the same type of chick,
I don't
same IG model, and they keep sharing them between them? I don't understand. And you're a millionaire, God. Like I'm not a millionaire. I'm in the hood
what
right
it
here.
is?
I'm not gonna be sharing my dog. I'm going to. That's the reason why every time I come around with somebody, they're like, God damn, where do you get them? You go out and talk to them. You just talk and express yourself, and that's it. Be you.
They think because it's just a regular salad.
But why they keep messing with the same chick though?
I don't know. Like they think they can't
No,
possibly think
seriously,
they're gonna get away with it.
Seriously,
Yeah,
you're a
just-
million. Why you keep messing on with
Because think
these
about it.
low 3 or 4 IG models. Well, I don't understand.
Because
I
look
don't
at right.
understand it either.
You know when you like you in Boston, right?
Talk to me.
When you in Boston, right, and in the city, you know, like you might, it's so small.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you at the
Right.
club,
Yeah.
mean the same chick.
You feel like a
every
superstar.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Saturday.
You
You
see
at
that same
we
you
don't
at
have
the
options.
Carver.
Yeah, but we don't have
For those who
options.
be at the Carver, every Saturday you at the Carver with the same chick. You know what I mean? You know, beat it.
Yeah,
and now
but
the
they
next
have
one.
options,
Let me not say the
though.
Carver. Let me not say that. I'm just.
Yeah.
But every
But they
club.
have options though.
Look, this is the thing, right?
Like our options
It's the
is
same-
limited.
Yeah, but
it
it's
is
the same
limited.
thing though, right? They going to the same Hollywood parties all the time. When I was working, when I
You had all this money, so
I wanna-
would
I
you
wanna
be, would you be
Dutch it.
traveling
When I
all
was
the
in-
time?
Yeah, but it seemed like that. But when I was in Dutch, right?
Yeah.
The industry. When I was doing the street team. I was
Yeah.
doing the street team there, whatever. You know, like that promo flyers or whatever, right? So. What I didn't know is like you go to these industry parties or whatever, and it's always the same one, and they all got money and all that, but they all mingling with it. And then you go to the next party,
It's the same.
it's the same like,
Okay.
and they
What
everywhere.
did Park say? Every other video.
Yeah, it's
no
true.
matter where I
It's
go,
so
I
true.
see the same. But it's true.
Yeah, but you have to. I don't know. I hate when people like. It bothers me that like once certain group or number of people start
Yeah.
doing something, everybody else follows.
And you
Right.
know what
Like, I
Shannon
don't
said, right?
understand that. Like,
Shannon
be your
told
own
Drake.
man. Why
Yo,
can't you be your own man?
Shannon
He
told
should
Drake.
be his own man. 'Cause like you
Shannon
said,
told
he got
Drake
other
like, why
options.
I don't see the girls in the chicks in your circle, bro. He was like, you ain't in my money bracket.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember when he said that.
He's kind of right.
He was right though.
So that means, and Shannon got money compared to us. So that
Right.
means Shannon his money is being around a certain.
Yeah,
group of-
there's certain levels to shit. I understand that
Right.
part. I understand that part. But the whole world
Yeah, but
is
they
your
ain't-
playground.
But they ain't mingling with the whole world, bro.
Because
No.
it's
They're
a
mingling
mental.
with
So,
the rich.
so it's a mental. No, but no. What do you mean? There's rich is not only here. There's rich in every country.
Yeah, but I know. But the rich is with the rich. No
No,
matter what country they in.
What
You go to Dubai, it's the same Dubai. You go to, cause they rich. They're not in no.
remember one
Yeah,
thing.
They're not in no club.
But
in
I understand.
venue
Okay,
in
I'll
downtown.
give you.
That's
Okay,
right,
I'll,
right,
okay,
right.
I'll give you that. But why they keep getting caught with the same IG models? They keep getting caught up
Because
with the same
IG
bullshit
model,
IG
where
models.
the IG models is at? Trying to pick up them.
If they, no,
Where they at?
What
Trying to
I'm
pick them
saying
up.
though, if there's levels to this, why is that you keep getting caught up with the same low level IG models?
Yeah, but I don't. No, bro. The dudes who's getting caught up with the low level IG chicks is like.
You're
the
not gonna
dudes-
tell me they don't have money because
No, it's a
Shannon
certain
just got
level.
caught up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm.
Shannon is a multi-millionaire.
Yeah,
though.
but that's what he is. He is. But those models, they ain't going for guys like us. You gotta be in a certain.
right.
So they're
I
at
get it.
parties. They're at the parties.
I get it, but why?
and at the
What,
places
what you don't get? You
where
still.
Shannon Sharp is at.
Yes, you still thinking local. I'm talking about they have the
I'm not
whole.
thinking-
They have the whole world.
You're talking
in their
about him
hand.
having the money.
Yeah.
The whole
Why
world.
can't he
So why
go
keep getting?
somewhere
Why they
else?
keep getting caught up out here?
But the rich don't go to. It's not like how you think about it. Like
You mean
how
they stuck in one place. They don't go
like
nowhere?
even in the hood, like when you think, and I'm trying to, because even though it's lower level, it's still the same human nature. Like when you on the block, right? You stay on the block,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what you're familiar with.
Right.
When they,
Well, I've never been that type of person.
no, not you.
I've always
I'm not saying
wanted to
'cause you're
venture
not-
a different place.
You're not a,
But
you're
we're not
necessarily
talking about
a-
me though. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're not.
I get
you're
it,
not-
I get it.
But you get it, right?
Yeah, I get it. I
So
get it.
the,
But I still have homies back in the still in the block.
right, but you
For
know,
real.
you know them. You
Yeah,
know
I
them.
know them. You know,
So,
I go by and say what
but
up.
the rich, they mingle in certain
Circles.
circles
Yeah,
and
yeah,
places.
yeah, yeah.
True.
No
That's
matter
true.
what, no matter what, they know what country
They know each other somehow.
is the popping country where all the rich be at, where the dopest club is at.
They
Where,
know where things
And
like
they
that.
there.
We probably don't know.
You don't know.
Now I mentioned Weinstein. We know about that situation.
Yep.
He was buying. Yeah, Jeffrey. He was buying them. He was buying them like. I don't.
He was buying what he was buying young chicks.
He was buying young chicks.
This way.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's making noise.
I know, but it's this way.
Yeah. So he was.
So that, you know, sex trafficking is big.
That is crazy.
Trust me,
we start talking about that. Diddy come into question.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean seriously. Like,
no, he does.
We can't ignore that topic.
He comes
we know he's not the only one.
He
we
comes
know that.
in. R. Kelly comes in.
In order for him to do certain things, he had to have a team to facilitate those things.
Of course.
He can't. There's certain things he can't do by himself. He had to send somebody to go do it.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to send somebody to book those people.
Oh, he definitely had people
somebody
working
to
with
go
him.
pick up
He
these people.
definitely
He had
had
to
it.
send people to pay these people.
Oh, yes.
He couldn't do it by himself because he would have been too direct. He would have been
plus,
caught up
to keep
a long time
something
ago.
that keep some.
You have a
legend,
team behind
to
you.
keep something that quiet
For
you
that long?
You have big power.
Oh yeah.
There's powers
That-
to
did he
be
have power?
that's bigger than you,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you don't get caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you notice how everybody's coming out now. Oh yeah, I seen this. You seen this all these years,
And he
over
didn't say
30
nothing.
years, and didn't say
That's
nothing.
why I be questioning
And
some of
whoever
these
the-
guys,
yeah,
man. Like,
yeah,
the,
whoever the-
like, like the bodyguards and all
Right.
that. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Gene and all of them,
Right.
but
Right,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
son. You watched this thing for 20
Exactly.
years and you didn't say nothing?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That
watched
kinda
this.
makes me-
It
kinda make me
happened right in
suspicious.
front of you.
Money really talks, man.
Like it happened right in front of you, though.
Yeah.
Right. It happened. And he's seen all those things.
20-some
All
years,
those
30
things.
years, dude.
30
And it's
years,
now
man.
you speak up. There's a lot of guys coming out of nowhere talking too,
Yep.
telling you, oh, blah, blah, blah. Bruh.
Only person that's
Bruh.
defending him is Stevie J. Because he was probably a part of that, too.
You know what I'm saying? At least a punch,
Yeah.
that would have made the news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just at
Yeah.
least punch him in the face one time. That would have made the news. We would have known about
Right.
something he did.
You know that's gonna come on sideways.
Oh, this right here?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, though. I didn't want to put it up because
What up?
we couldn't see Dale in that one.
Let me see if I can see
you
you
didn't
like
see me
this.
on there?
Yo, what up?
On
It's your
this
boy
one-
DROCasso.
On this one, nah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you can see you, though, but it's just like, I had to put it on the side real quick.
Make sure y'all tap in, boy.
So what's next, Joe, man?
Yeah, so you know I got jungle music out right now, man. Which is, you know, a track that I have a few tracks coming out as I transition into this new project. This new project is called I'm Here. So the first one, you know what I'm saying, that just came out just came out. It's been like a year and a half now. That one was called I'm Coming. This one's called I'm Here. And so now my plan is to now really invest in this one and take the relationships now that I've built with this project and use that to now elevate that to a next level. You know what I'm saying? And so
What were
the
you-
right pieces is together now for me, man.
What were you
to
doing
really
out
make
there in New
happen.
York, though? You was out there in New York. Like, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
What's
So
going on?
they
You
had
got
the
some
day
people out
summit.
there that you collab
Yeah.
with?
So shout out to More Booking Agency. You know what I'm saying? They I don't know if you know Mia Snow, but she's been coming up. She just got signed not too long ago.
Okay. Big up.
Yeah, big up Mia Snow. They've been working with her or whatever, but they've been helping me, you know, get shows and helping me with, you know, different opportunities or whatever. So I was out there for the Day Summit Festival, which is a 5-day festival in New York.
Okay.
They've been doing that now for like, I think it's like their 4th annual year or whatever.
Okay.
And it's getting bigger and bigger each year, man, which is really, really dope, man.
So you got to perform out there?
Yeah, I performed out there, man. Vibed out there for the weekend, man, with Rare Royalty magazine. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, it was definitely a vibe. And then before then, the weekend before that, shout out to Miss Rhodey. I was in Providence for the Shoot for Hope, which had Beanie Siegel. It had E. Ness, Petey Crack, Emilio Sparks. And, yeah,
Philly was in the
Philly
building.
was in the building. You know what I mean?
Big up the Philly.
Philly cheese steak. You feel me? No, but That was a really dope show, and shout out to her, man, because she worked really hard, you know what I'm saying, to put on for, you know, the artists in the city, man, and bring out celebrity artists, you know, to be able to, you know, connect with them, man, because I ain't gonna lie, man, that's one place where, you know, I was able to leave with people's math. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's next level where you can begin. This is my second time through her show, vibing with PD Crack, you know what I'm saying? And so now, you know, we texting, and now I'm building a relationship with him, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the difference, you know what I mean? Like making sure that you hit in the right places that could connect you with people who's on the next level to take you on that next level.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta do what you call it again?
Network.
Exactly.
Network is
I'm
very
here for you, bro. I'm here for you. I got you, bro.
My mind just went blank there for a second, yo. I couldn't think of the words. You know what I mean? So, Del, man, what's going on, man? Like, I mean, the podcast thing.
Podcast thing is happening, man. But like I said, but you know how
what
that
is your
works.
podcast about, basically?
I talk about everything. There's no topic off limits. I have all kind of people come on here, man. Models, business people, music, because I love music, so you gotta have music. It's not even just local artists, but from all over. From all over. Independent artists, I'll say.
Okay.
You know, so.
I actually like those, man. I don't know, for some strange reason, you know, a lot of people always say, oh, why don't you get the big one? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's fun. It's good to have some good names and whatnot.
Right.
But I like to start early with some of the artists. There's a lot of artists that I see. You know, I'm not gonna name today, but there's a lot of artists that came to my show, and I started doing my thing a long time ago. That right now I'm seeing that they're blossoming. They're doing great. You know what I'm saying? They're doing international stuff. And sometimes I sit down and I smile because I feel good because I remember my show was the first show they ever came to.
Right.
You know what I mean? My show was a show that I gave everybody a chance.
Yeah, you did,
man.
I give everyone.
You did,
I
boy.
appreciate you for that, man, for real.
Everyone.
I really do.
You know what I'm saying? I brought people in that never did. There's people right now that's doing big time radios that never did radio before. They started out with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's doing a lot of things right now. They started out with me. And I know you see them. You see me too. I see them. You know, big up to you all love, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel, you can spark. You can spark, man. Not cigarettes, though.
Hell no.
Yeah, spark it up. Even on the,
listen, man, you definitely get that credit. You get that credit for that, man.
You know what I'm saying? I've done it. I've been doing that for a while. So, and it's always been like a great satisfaction for me to see a lot of those artists that when they first came, they were mad shy. They didn't really know how to do interviews. And I felt like, you know, there was a void. Like, I needed to do that. As far as like, to give the person that probably will never have a chance to go on any other podcast. Because, you know, there's a lot of good podcasts out there, but there's a lot of other podcasts too that's very sedity, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want certain people. Yeah, they don't want to deal with certain people because they want to rub shoulder with the one that's already there, that's already made it. Yeah. They don't want to help out the little ones.
You gotta be popping.
I never believed in doing that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I was actually probably the first person to do that. Right. No bullshit. In the Bean area, because that was my goal. I wanted to come out there and then give everyone a chance. Because some people, they didn't have that, what you call like they felt like they didn't have like the nerves or whatnot to start. And then when they get a little taste of it, and I take myself for example, because back in the days I would have never been right here in front of camera talking. Like, I was the guy behind the scene.
Right.
I hated being in front of the camera.
Things changed
I was
sometimes,
nervous.
man.
I was scared. But what happened was, when I built up my team and we started the show, and everybody started leaving, and I was determined not to lose the show, not to stop the show. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to jump in front of the camera.
Well, I'm glad
and I
did. Got in front of the camera.
You good with it, bro.
And really the rest is history.
Really good with that, for real.
I try. I be having fun, though. It's fun to me. It's a lot.
It's got to be fun, man.
Fun. Yeah,
This is
fun.
This is like one of the best jobs you can have, man.
I love it. You know, and you get make some money out of this too. Yeah. It's the best. That's why I understand a lot of the guys that do podcasts. Not the new one that's jumping and try to do fake podcasts and all that other crap. We see those too. We see them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were never about that life of interviewing and doing all sorts of shit. All of a sudden it's popping.
Right.
They jump on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because they had a little crowd before that and they jump on it and people think like they good at. No, they're not. They just have people that was already there that's following. You know, we've been doing this for quite a while. It is
doing this for a while, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So I gotta give my. I gotta give my.
Dell's over here stealing liquor and shit.
No.
I'm on Dell tonight.
No. I gotta give a shout out to DeMarcus, man, because he started the online radio thing too, and Wally Sparks too. All these guys,
Big up to Wally, man.
Slim right here.
Wally's a legend. I've been trying to get Wally out here, and then things like we've had communication back and forth, but we never got like around to it. But I'm definitely gonna bring Wally, the mixtape king. I'm gonna bring Wally out here.
You gotta go on Zoom.
I'm gonna talk to Wally. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him up.
What I always wanted people to know. I didn't mean to cut you off. No. What I always wanted people to know too. Once I started doing my thing, there's no competition, man. We can all share this platform is a beautiful thing. I don't think that all of us working together, putting some things together, man. For real. That's yo.
But I gotta say a special big up to Wally. I always wanted to say that. It's been years. I've always wanted. I have to give it to him.
That's my guy.
Let me tell you why I have to give it to Wally. I never forget when I came out here. Like what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not from here, you know. I'm a Zoe from Haiti, whatever. But when I came out here in 88, 89, 90, Wally was already doing his thing. Wally was out there.
Into the street.
And think about it. Remember back in the days, you didn't have cable. All you had to do is like the local channel.
Yeah.
Wally kept me saying a lot of those days for years, man. Because I used to sit there and wait for his show to come up.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Man. Like, you know, you young, you can go anywhere.
Well, Wally had his own show.
Called Head to the Street.
Head to the Street, yeah.
Used to be on BNN.
BNN back in the days of Channel 26.
Yeah, that's where I seen him on there before I even knew him. That's where I seen him,
I used to watch Wally when I was young, man. In high school, I used to watch Wally all day, every day. And I used to love it because that's how I learned a lot of stuff from the bean. I learned who's what.
That's crazy, man.
I learned that from Wally. So Wally, big up to you, man.
Shout out to Wally.
You might not know that you influenced a lot of people, but you did. You did, son. You did.
You did,
man. You did a lot of it. You never got your flowers. Nobody ever gave you your flowers because you were the first one that started doing that.
I told
you. You were the first one that started doing all this video stuff, all this DVD stuff, all of it. It was you. It was you. It was you. And nobody can take that away from you. So big up to you, son. It is what it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I had to let this one out because, you know, I learned from him. You know what I mean? I learned a little bit from him. We talked, but we didn't get a chance to kind of. But hopefully one of these days,
tap in with him.
Yes, I'm gonna talk to Wally, man. We'll talk. Wally Spot, big up. Yes, you know. But you know the funny thing is, back in those days, you know, I gotta keep it real too. Back in the days, we didn't mess around with Cambridge cats. No. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, and Wally knows it. He knows it. I was a Brighton Austin cat. You know what I'm saying? I was rolling with some other cats. We didn't get along too well with the Cambridge cats, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And funny thing is, there was Zoes over there, but we had beefs. For years, we had issues.
Crazy thing. Oh, they're not from Boston, they're from Cambridge.
You know how Beantown was back in the days. It was secluded. It was like, you from Boston, you from here, you from here, you from here.
No, you're right.
It was issues. It was a lot of issues in the street. It was a lot of issues. We had a lot of issues with different cats, whatnot, or whatever. But you know what I mean?
I must admit, there was a lot of money in Central Square.
Yes, they did that thing.
I remember the McDonald's.
I give him
the old McDonald's.
They have the
not the new one they got there now.
The new one.
The old one McDonald's that used to be there.
Exotic type of chicks
before they renovated it. There's a lot
The
of
most
money
exotic type of chicks are in Cambridge. I gotta give him that.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Nobody get out. The exotic,
That's a
you know,
fact.
the type of chick you never see around. You
That's
go
a
to Cambridge, you
fact,
see
bro.
them. You be like, oh shit.
Nah, for
Goddamn, there's a bad chick. Yeah,
That's a
it's true.
fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact. That and Tremont used to be like that, but Tremont, you already know. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Those Bridge Cyphers though be crazy. You could be walk. I was walking one time and I was recording. They just handed me the mic, so I said, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to start
Bridge
freestyling or something, man. You just
Yeah.
walk right in, yo.
Yeah, Bridge
I like-
is
I
nice, man. I
appreciate-
like what they
yeah.
do, man.
Oh, yeah.
Over there. So,
What is it?
so Bridge Cypher they used to do.
Okay.
You know, in Central Square they
Yeah.
got that.
Oh
Little
yeah,
alley.
I seen clips of it. What's her name? Damn.
Your man McGrath.
No, damn. What's the name? The girl, short girl.
Light skin.
Light skin. She's damn. Oh my God, she's
Jill.
gonna get mad at me.
Jill.
No,
Jilly
not Jill.
Silly?
Not Jill. Her name starts with a Wayne, with a W.
K Watts, right?
Yeah, K.
K Watts.
Oh, wow.
K. I seen K
Watts.
on that show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
was
seen
on
K
it.
was
Spitting,
on
man.
it. Yeah,
she
Mike Ross
I
was
pay-
on it
listen,
too.
man.
Mike Ross, all of them.
Yeah, a lot
pay-
of people on there.
Yeah.
I pay attention to everybody, man.
Yeah.
On when I'm on social media, man, like stuff like that, like the artists and stuff, man. That's how I know who they are before they know who I am.
Yeah,
you know
true,
what I'm saying?
because I'm paying attention.
They be like, "Oh, really? I didn't know you."
There's a
I was
lot
like,
of guys I wanna get on
I
here,
seen
man.
you do this. I seen you do that." So it's like
There's a lot of guys I'm
Love,
gonna get
man.
on here, and I will get them on here. I'm working my way up to them, though. You know, it is what it is. So I took a hiatus for a little bit. I came back.
And he's back.
I have to
He's back.
I have to make
He's
myself known again.
back.
I have to make myself known again. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's part of the whole
We stepping.
the whole
We
process.
stepping.
You know what I mean? That's part of the whole process. But I'm gonna get him in here. Some days you're gonna come. You're gonna be like, oh shit, look at what's
Hey,
in
what
there.
LL
You know what I
saying?
mean?
Don't call it
It
a
is what
comeback.
it is.
You've been here for years.
Don't
Right.
call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Boy, you
Right.
suckers
It
some
is.
fears.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is what it is, man. So, what else, man? What do you notice about the bean when it comes to pretty much everything? Like, you know, because I've noticed a change in the bean.
There's a change.
I've noticed.
And it's-
I've
and it's a
noticed
good
that
change,
there's
though.
yes.
You know what I mean?
It's a positive change.
It's a positive
because
change,
we've waited a
definitely.
long time for this. It's a
Yeah,
positive
man.
change. So that's why I'm bigging up. You know what I'm saying? The Millies, the what's his name? That new cat that's out there. What's it? Daryl. The cat with the long hair, light skinned cat. He was on the song with Millie. Bill.
I think I know who
Oh,
you're
you talking
talking about.
about
too.
Al-
I know who
Albie.
you're talking.
Yeah, big up to Albie, man. I see you doing your thing too, man. Big up, man. Oh, I can't forget about Lou. Lou Armstrong, you doing your thing over there in law over there. I've been wanting to get out there, but I haven't been out there yet. Though. One of these
Yo,
days I'm gonna pop up though.
I gotta give a shout out to Brandon
Papa.
Grimes too, man. He's out there doing his thing too. Brandon Grimes.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta
yeah.
give his, you know,
Yeah.
everybody, you know, everybody's moving, man. Everybody's moving.
Oh,
but,
big up to
you know,
D's
in
too.
time-
Mike, what is it? Mike D is doing his thing and after our joints. Big up to you in front of the clubs and all that good stuff. That's a good idea, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Bella, we discussed that last week. That's a good idea. Like he's out there doing his DVD thing in front of the
Right.
club. The let out.
Yeah.
The let out.
Yeah.
stuff. So
The
big up to
rails
you,
and
man.
stuff. Yeah.
And all y'all in the hood doing your thing, man. You
For
know,
real.
the
For
Slayers
real, man.
and Bushy and all of them. Big up. You already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is. It's all love.
We talk about the female artists too, man. That's out there doing their thing too. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Oh, matter of fact, I'm already in talk with Bay. Bay Holler, big up to Bay.
Shout out
You know
to
what I'm
Big
saying?
Holler,
I'm
man.
in talk with.
Shout out to Fari X. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I want to say too, man, while I'm talking about her too. You know, I know I just threw her name out there real quick, but she's also doing a movie called The Takeover. You know what I'm saying? And that movie have a lot of people from Boston who's in the industry.
That's why I missed the Dawn, man.
You know what I mean? And,
I know. R.I.P. to Dawn Hazel, man.
Dawn Hazel, no bull. You know what I'm saying? And this story is like a true story about, her life, you know what I'm saying, growing up in Boston. Her story is so ill. Yo, like when she tells me there's things that you will remember in the past that you would even realize was her. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm glad that she has the opportunity to take this you know what I'm saying, take a life and put it onto film. You know what I'm saying? I play a character called Lucci, you know what I'm saying, on there, with my man Ragga Fresh. And so, you know, just
so you on there too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm on
But you know the like I've been wanting to write a book. The thing is, I kind of like don't, because Boston is small.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's things that happened back in the days. You know what I'm saying, that we were young, wild shit, whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that when I meet people, I don't like when they say, "Oh yeah, I'm from this, baby. I used to blah, blah, blah." I don't really want to tell my stories because sometimes those are the people you used to clash.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's how some people get caught up in that. Like you used to clash with back in the day, but you don't remember each other because y'all was so young. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a lot of feelings and animosities and all that shit. You know what I mean? It kind of that's why I don't. That's why sometimes I don't do that.
You don't know who.
Exactly. That's why sometimes I don't do that because you don't want to reignite past beef.
And plus, man,
you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because it's been over. It's whatever.
Plus,
So
at the
big up
end
to
of the
certain
day,
people,
man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't out here in the streets active for real, leave that shit in the past.
Leave it alone,
Right,
leave
right.
it
No,
alone.
for real.
Shit in the
For
past.
real.
I left everything.
Because all it's going to do is stir up trouble. It's going to stir up old problems.
Like,
I left
all
a
that.
lot of stuff in the
You
back.
ain't, like you ain't even active in the street no more, and you still want to tell stories about
Right.
Write
what
a
you
book.
did
Write a book.
30 years ago in the yard.
Nah.
to something.
Write
Yeah,
a book,
like,
but
I
be
want
careful,
that.
like you
Yeah,
said.
but that's
Be
why I
careful.
don't. That's
Yeah,
why
write a book.
That's why I don't.
Let it
that's
be a
why-
testimony.
That's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's
Yo,
why I
you
don't.
know, Vacato Williams. Like, there's a lot
Nah.
of people out here who's actually telling their story. Like, that's why I mess with Exit Fame.
Big up.
Right.
Mathematics.
Yeah.
If you know mathematics, he has a recovery program that he do.
Okay.
You know, where the men come and they speak. You know what I'm saying, and they become a support system to each other to help themselves through recovery. You know what I'm saying, because even as hustlers and stuff like that, you become addicted. You know what I'm saying? To different things. You're addicted to drugs. I know
Women,
I know
money,
women,
all sorts of stuff.
but I also know a lot
Women
of
was my
hustlers.
problem.
Yeah.
It's mine too.
A lot of people's problems. Yo,
Boy,
but
listen
you
here.
know, there was a time when we was.
I could write a book about that.
There was a time
I'm in
where
trouble a lot of times.
there was a time where you know the people who were hustlers, they're on drugs now. They're on
Yeah,
dope.
listen,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
lost
They're
a
on
lot of
crack,
people,
they're on
man.
thing.
Yeah.
And so you know nowadays you can see them in the streets like right now.
It's
You know
a
what I'm
sad
saying? It's
situation,
like-
man.
And so you know, and when I go to his program, you know, you see those who are recovering from that, and 5 years of recovered and had the support system to help them through that, or been, you know what I'm saying, in jail for 15 years and come out now and have been freed and without, you know, like there's people out here doing real things out here, you know what I'm saying, who used to be in the streets.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
My hat goes off to them.
Yeah, and so that's a beautiful thing.
But that's
My
a-
man
that's a-
Pan Life.
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Pan
Big
Life
up.
because I know we ending soon. So I want to give a shout out to Pan Life.
Yes.
We do the food drive every Saturdays.
Tell them about that.
You know what I'm saying? 4749 Edgewater Drive in Mattapan. We feed anywhere from 40 to 100 families. You know what I'm saying? Food comes from Trader Joe's. It comes from Wegmans. It comes from Whole Foods. Nothing but high quality food. And it's free. No ID, no income level. Don't care, because right now, especially when it comes to you know, Trump and tariffs and all that's going on, food, milk, eggs, all this stuff is becoming super expensive. It is. And you know, back in the day, you could get $100 and leave with a cart.
Yeah.
Now $100 is getting you like 8 items.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true, but I was at the market yesterday. I was like, what the hell?
Yo, the eggs is like $10, man.
Bro,
Listen, I bought
up
2
there,
plates
man.
of food. I swear to God, I bought 2 plates of food, and I bought like a 1 drink, like a juice thing. And this mother was talking
real,
about
man.
60. I don't know what the 60.
The struggle
That's
is
what I'm
real,
saying,
man.
$60.
bro.
What you mean
saying.
$60? I almost started a riot in there, man.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro.
It's no joke.
And this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because people
But
be
you know, the
telling
economy
me,
been like that for a
when
while.
I tell them about the food drive or whatever, and I tell them to come through, they be like, "Oh, I don't want to take from the poor." But I be like, "Yo, listen, it's not about that.
Right, no.
Because
It's about
right.
if you need it, you
if you
need it.
need it,
That's
because
right.
you can have a job,
And you
you
still
can have
need
your
it.
kids,
You still need
know
it.
what I'm
Still
saying?
need it. You're right.
And you and it's hard to feed
Let me tell you,
Right.
family.
No, you're
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
I agree with you.
Your whole family.
Let me tell you a
Yeah.
quick little
So-
story. I went to the, you know, you get the card, the card that give you the food,
The
the
food.
EBT card. I went to that office once and they laughed at me, man.
Yeah.
They're like,
If
you a
you
man,
make-
you a man, you have no kids, nothing, whatever. They laughed at me. I was like,
You
I
got
felt so hurt. My feeling was hurt,
Right.
son. Yeah, my feeling was hurt,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
They laughed at me. I was like, what the hell? What do you mean? Like, I need it. You know,
Yeah.
I was in need. That was
Right.
a few years back, though. But I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy, though. How, like, if you're a man, you're a single man, whatever,
Right.
you don't get help. So those probably, I'm probably sure there's a lot of men that comes out there and try to get some
Yeah,
food.
yeah,
Because
a lot of
we
men out
don't
there.
get help.
No, we don't get that
like,
help.
like the women
we
do.
don't.
Do.
We don't. Not
Assistance. No.
assistance. You're right. You're right.
We don't.
And so
No.
that's
I
why-
got laughed at
that's
dude,
why
at the
we-
office. I was like,
That's even more reason why we
Yeah.
gotta make sure we be a support
Crazy
system
shit.
for ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You
And
have
so
to.
this is the beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying, the same, you know what I'm saying, place, Mattapan where I cause havoc on, you know what I'm saying?
You're giving back,
It's
right?
now the place that I'm able to give back and
That's
serve
what's
the
up.
community and build the community. And so, you know, my peoples, you know, Danny, she always say it take a village, you know what I'm saying? And so let's be that village, you know what I'm saying, for each other, man. You know what I'm saying, and support each other, man, and not just talk about positivity, man, but walk, you know what I'm saying, and be a living example, you know what I'm saying, so that, because that's why the youngins ain't really fucking with us all that like that too, because they looking at us and seeing how we moving and like, yo, you moving funny. So
Right.
why should I
Right.
look
Listen
up
to you,
and
right.
listen to you when you moving funny? So, yo, move right, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying, like,
a lot.
yeah,
A whole lot.
we gotta be a living example of something better, man, to show them something
Absolutely.
better. You feel me?
I agree with you.
Any last word there?
Yeah, man. Any last words, man? You put me on the spot, and this is when I'm speechless. I'm usually not. Last words.
I mean, you're OG out here. You know, you've seen things. You know,
I've
you've
seen
seen
a
a
lot,
lot
man.
of things.
I've
You know,
seen
so
a
you've
lot.
been out here for a minute. You've been doing your thing, whatnot. What have you noticed over the years of being in Beantown and the shit that used to go on and shit that's going on right now? And how do you see the future?
Well, the violence did kind of decrease.
Yes.
So I noticed that.
Yes.
We still get a little craziness.
Yeah.
You said, what would I like to see?
I mean, yeah. What would you like to see then for the future?
I wanna see us
for the Boston area.
Building,
'Cause
building more jobs, building more unity in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely need more education too
Mm-hmm.
on a lot of things, awareness of a lot of things. You
Mhm.
know, our health too. You know, when it comes, you know, to diabetes.
I'm glad you mentioned that though,
stuff
because
like
that is crazy. I'm
You know what I'm
diabetic.
saying?
Though. You know
Me
what I
too.
mean?
Me too.
So it's
too.
like 1 out of 4 right now people are diabetic. It's like
Right.
it wasn't like that 20 years ago.
Right.
20, 30 years it wasn't like that. So something happened.
Right. It's the food.
Something-
It's some of the food that we
Consume.
consume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's chemicals in it. It's when they say processed food.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good sign.
But habits
Well,
is
shit
hard to
a
break
lot-
though, because you
No,
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
It's
we
addictive.
eat
We
certain
get
things.
addicted to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot
we
of
eat
sugars
certain
and
things.
stuff
It's
that's
hard to
addictive.
kind of stop doing what you were doing
Right.
for years that you've been doing
Right.
for years.
Right.
Plus,
You know what I'm saying?
plus, like what he's saying, they put certain
That's
things,
my
they put
struggle
certain
right
things in food right now
Right.
to
Yeah.
make you want and yearn it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
more,
it's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? So.
Hopefully.
But yo, before y'all go, because I know there's a week.
Go ahead.
You're right.
My man, yo, tap into IamDROCasso.com for all the latest, you know what I'm saying, music, videos, blog, man, everything going on with DROCasso. I want to give a shout out too, man, because, You know, May 3rd, I'm in a show with Piffman. You know, his album release. You know, that's in Dudley. I got another show May 17th with Lit Summer with your boy Loco. Heavy's on there. That's in Fall Rivers. I got a show with Terminology and Rap.
Big up
the
to
Raw.
Terminology. I ain't seen him in a minute though.
You know what I'm saying?
Big up to
He's out
Terminology.
here. Though.
I was at the
he's
big
definitely
up to
out
him,
here.
man.
at his
He's
event
doing-
that he did in
Yeah, he's out here.
Big up to Turn, man.
What's the name
And
of
I
that?
seen him in South by Southwest. He's out here for real.
Yeah, drop a couple of words on Term's ears, man, for this video, man. Maybe we can have him right here.
Oh, well, like some flow?
Maybe just drop a couple of words on him.
Sammy's patio.
I mean,
that's where you
Term,
did his show
don't mean
at.
Term. When you see Term,
Oh, yeah.
Terminology.
Oh, I got you.
Let him know what's up.
I got you. I got you.
You know what I
This
mean?
is the
Before
podcast
I
to be
holler
in.
at him.
You know what I'm saying? It's the podcast to be in. You see me?
And if y'all want to catch up with the episodes on Spotify of the new Del C show, you can go on Spotify. That's very simple. Or if you want to check out my music, you can go on Spotify too. Yeah, I know you told me a while ago. Did you want to shorten the name? It's DC, the musical artist. Remember you said that? Big Daddy, listen, think like this. Big Daddy Kane, Del the Homo Sapien. So
I know,
I'm about
but you know,
to.
the attention span is so short
Yeah,
nowadays.
it is. No, it is, though.
You don't want to
It
lose
is,
him
it is. That's
before
true.
you grab him.
That's true.
You
That's
don't want to
true.
lose him
Well,
before you
man,
grab him.
thank you for having me, my brother.
All day,
man.
every day, you already
appreciate
know
you
what it
always.
is,
Make sure
man.
y'all tapping in with DROCasso.
Pozew
For
podcast,
real,
baby.
you see me?
Right here,
In the building.
www.kstormradio.com.
Kstorm Radio,
24/7
yeah,
radio
yeah,
internet
yeah.
We
station.
out, y'all.
Check it out. We out.
We out.
Till next week. You already know what time it is, man. Yes.